What's up? What's up? What's up? We are live, ladies and gentlemen.
What
Bold Debate is back in your ear today. I got my man, Tight. Tight Sports, the Alabama Mega Cast, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't hear nothing.
Yes, sir. What's up? What's up?
I'm
DC Wolf. Yes, sir. Auburn Addicts TV. Let's go, man. We got an action-packed show today, man. We got some things that's going to shock your college football sports world. Tight. What's going on with you today, my brother? What's going on?
Man, I'm up here trying to figure out, hey, you ever bought stock or options and things like that?
Yes, I have, sir. Yes, I have.
Yeah, so I'm taking my aluminum can money, man, and trying to play around out here, man.
Okay.
I want to sit down and talk to you about that one of these days.
That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just really weird.
Brother. Teach me something. Teach me something. Well, there you go. There you go.
Well,
TJ, what's going on, man? That man Garner. Yeah, because that's my man. You know what I'm saying? That's we're gonna get matching Corvettes. You know what I'm saying? Tight. Man, I'm gonna get matching Corvettes, man. When you teach me about these stocks and options, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna go hand in hand. And then when Barstool pick us up, man, I got the Barstool phone right here on waiting for him, bro.
Hey, man, I just saw my man. He's the #1 football show.
Yep.
He started his show on a treadmill.
Yep.
Whatever you do, you cannot contract to give him your name. Now I don't know if Fox let him go.
Yeah.
But he changed his name of his show, and I don't see that Fox sound in the background.
That's right. Okay, here we go. Auburn Dad for Life, War Eagle DC. Hello, Tight. Got my man already. Hey, my man Travell Fitzpatrick, the King commentary. That man is in the house. So y'all watch out for that podcast. The King
it's
commentary,
coming,
man. Yes, sir. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Some more smut on the internet.
Man. Hey, Travell, we got to get you on to talk about that, bro. We got to get you on to talk about the King commentary, man.
The big release.
Yes, sir. C Hall, what's up, War Eagle fam? That's right. He said, and Tight. Woo, okay. Auburn Dad for Life. There ain't nothing up, man. We just chilling, man. We're going to get right to it, man. Tight. Let's talk about this. Man, the government just passed this deal with the NCAA versus the players.
No, they did.
Period. Yeah, and they said, man, y'all need to pay these players. Y'all gonna have to go retroactively and pay these players, man. The settlement was $2.8 billion.
Now, does that include all the athletes or just the football players?
I can imagine it's probably all the athletes. That's what I was.
Oh boy!
Yeah, but so we know in this settlement, man, only the lawyers get paid.
I gotta make some phone calls because there's a baseball player that owed me money.
Yeah. If whatever his check is, if he getting a few $1,000s, man, you need to get your money.
You got payback coming.
That's right. So man, on this deal, man, $2.8 billion, they paying all the players, man, from 2016. So it's another lawsuit has been filed because the people beyond 2016 was like, that's not fair. Cut it off at 2016. We want our money
for his check.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Bo Jackson, like, man, give me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
what man, Pro Throw need that check. Tyrone
need that check. That's right. You gotta compensate Pro Throw. That's right, man. So
Freddie, what's his name? Freddie Miller's need that check.
Sir. So Tight, what do you think about that, man? With this deal, what's your thoughts on that?
I'm an anarchist. I like chaos. No, I just think, man, I mean, they had 60, 70 years to fix it. They didn't. Judge came in and like, I don't know how you're supposed to do this. And they just broke it all up in little pieces and just put it out there with the rest of the jobs. So treat this job like working at, on the line at McDonald's. There are things you can and cannot do. There's things you can do working for the IBM and the higher offices and stock and Wall Street. Do your stuff like them. So what happens at Wall Street? If you can make that money, guess what? You get more money.
That's right. That's right.
Now they gotta go to Congress and get some kind of exception and all this other stuff. But hey, you should have come up with something equitable, but you didn't. They were greedy. Now people are using the words like these kids are greedy.
No.
Where did they learn that from?
No, man. No. I can't ride with it. I don't think the kids greedy. I think the kids are getting.
Oh, they greedy, man.
They're far from fair market value, man. Coaches, everybody else get their fair market value.
And now, guess what? The kids at Tuskegee, not making that kind of money.
Sure.
The kids at Alabama can make that kind of money for a reason.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because they're supposed to be able to do exceptional things. So
Absolutely.
supply and demand, Jordan's contract versus the teacher's contract. I mean,
right. Yeah. So think about that. Yeah. And that's a good point. It's like even the schools, man, they're getting their fair market value. No one is capping them on the money they can make on TV deals and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you got the SEC and their sister or brother schools or member schools making all this money. No one is capping them. So no one is calling them like, okay, saying, okay, you can only make $100 million this year. They can make.
I remember when Mike Dubose, I think he was I don't want to say he was the first because I don't know all the salary history, but I remember when he was actually making more than the governor. And it was like, what? What has he done? Who is what? Mike Dubose. But when Saban was off the bat like 7-8 times more than the governor.
Well, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when that
he come to the door of the championship. Everybody was like, "We got what time the plane land?"
Yeah, and they justified it when he started winning championships. They started saying, "Yeah, he's bringing his worth to the school, man. He's worth his value of money." They start justifying it. So I don't think it's fair to say the kids are greedy, man. They're just getting their market share and their market value. Now the transfer portal is another deal. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about. They saying that the transfer portal is next, probably. To get, you know what I'm saying, get the axe and get some work done on it, man. They saying maybe doing away with spring and moving it to like OTAs, moving it back to the summer, man. And tight, I want to ask you how you feel about that, because everybody knows, and I'm gonna say it again, I don't like it because it messes up I'm selfish. It's messing with my football calendar. So when it get to spring, man, I want spring football because it gets me to the summer. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't mind it. I don't mind it being in the summer, to be honest. I think that would be a great thing, because I also think that still can get hit though. Bro, you can get hit real hard. What month in the summer you wanted to be in? July? August?
Yeah, they're saying they're gonna move it back, I think, in maybe like July, June, maybe June, you know what I'm saying, to start their practice.
So in July, so if your coach leave, they got a 30-day window, still automatically opens. But let's just say you fire offensive defensive coordinator or something, whatever happens, or I don't know, somebody just start giving away a bunch of money. You go through the spring, you go through 2 days or whatever, you go through the 8-day games and stuff, and you get down to like July, and I don't know, for whatever reason, sometimes it don't matter, just 3 starters hit that transfer portal 6 weeks before game 1.
But see that they're
including your quarterback.
Yeah, but see, this is what they're saying though, man. They're saying that they're working on getting one portal, and it'll be the spring portal. So once
I think it needs to be
make your deals, once you make your deals for that spring portal, then when fall comes, that's it. And you'll be bound to that team to the next spring. It won't be a December portal anymore.
What about you say one portal? You mean for all sports or just for the
Yeah, each sport get one portal. You know what I'm saying?
But that wouldn't work for track athletes.
Yeah. I'm not saying theirs would be at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying theirs.
So you have one at the beginning of summer and one at the end of summer. I think they only did that because of the schools anyway. But that football will need to be as early as possible.
Yeah,
give you 10 weeks to shop for a replacement and train them up. You need to be early. It need to be if you got a fall sport, hockey. Centers just don't come from anywhere in hockey. You got to go get your man. I don't know how much they moving around in hockey, but I'm pretty sure they're making money in Minnesota because their football team's terrible. Keep on rowing though. Keep rowing.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, let's look at recruiting and how that affects recruiting, because I know
84, what does it say? All but female sports, because Title IX lawyers suing NCAA over there. Oh, yeah. So they're not trying to pay the females at all?
I guess not, man. I guess not. So,
Tamika Catch is going to get her money.
It depends on when the Title IX was instituted. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's got
you have to go back and look at that.
90s maybe?
I don't know. Travell says the NCAA didn't do anything to protect themselves from these hits. They didn't. But
that's right. But collect money.
Yeah. But see, they still got over, man. $2.8 billion when you've taken that money
over the years.
Yeah, you've invested all this money over the years and built these brands and built schools getting over $100 million a year And
I'm gonna just guess they made 2.8.
And when you've done that, then you got over. I think they got over big just only paying $2.8 billion
from 06 to 2016. Guarantee they made $2.8 billion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and then you were able to build these residual brands and all this money, man. So they got
that's back when they was getting the March Madness money, right? They was getting the March Madness, or they still get the March Madness money. Who owns March Madness? I don't know.
NCAA owns that. NCAA owns that.
And the Frozen Four, we don't watch it, but a lot of folks watch the Frozen Four.
And you got to think about the money they collected before they went to the BCS, man. You know what I'm saying? That BCS was the like breakaway point. So they've been making money, man. Yeah. They got really, in my opinion, like a slap on the wrist with this 2.8.
And that's why they're still getting sued by the people before 2016. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, 2016. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was, we had cable TV in 2015.
Yeah, why not 2015? And
did Ed O'Bannon get paid? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah. You did? Okay. It ain't over. So it ain't over.
Yeah. It's not over.
Maybe 2.8 because they know it ain't over.
Right. So that's another lawsuit right there. So going back to recruiting tight, we were talking about Alabama and Auburn, where Auburn was sitting in recruiting, Alabama sitting in recruiting, and Auburn is like 38, Alabama's in like 40s. Well, I don't know. We might have moved up. We had to move up because Auburn got 2 commits.
Oh man.
So my thing was maybe, and I'm saying this for Alabama fans, Auburn fans, maybe they were waiting on this settlement to come, because with this settlement and this $2.8 billion, now the schools can pay players. And they said that the Big 12, Big 10, all the Power 4 conferences, they have all agreed that each school will be capped at a $20 million salary disbursement, man.
From the
school. All of the schools. I didn't know that.
So from the school, right?
From the school. With this settlement being settled, now all of the schools in the Power 4 conference agreed to each school having a $20 million cap. And I remember we were going back and forth with this last year, and I was saying that that's the way you can control it. Don't cap what they can make in the market, but just cap the schools on what they can spend. And if everybody's uniformly capped, then it's just on you to manage your roster, because what they're saying is if this cap is going to go from like, I think June to June. So if you spend all your money, bro, before June, when the portal come, you can't sign anybody.
Well, I think like that's kind of like, I don't know if that's really, that helps Wake Forest keep up, but it doesn't make Wake Forest, it doesn't make or break Wake Forest. Like, it's not going to make them better, because Texas got people standing around like, how much y'all need? You know, okay, well, I'll give y'all $60 million next 3 years. Don't bother me after that. That type of stuff. So Wake Forest alumni or whatever, lovers of Wake Forest, still got to stand up and put that money into them, because we got $20 million. That's $20 million new, since the schools couldn't pay before. Absolutely. But now you're gonna have the more prominent, and I don't mean like the ones that played in the league. I mean the more prominent people who got their names on buildings or getting their name etched inside of on the side of a building. They're gonna come up and be like, I give you $5 million. Don't bother them no more after that.
Yeah. So now
you ain't won nothing. You ain't won nothing. Don't bother me.
Yeah. So now it's like, I remember Kayla and the board talking about, hey man, now that the school can pay, we're on even footing, which they are, but this brings the next level of that is like, the schools can pay, but you still have your collective on that are outside of the school. And
so you got a collective, and then you got you got the school paying collectives.
Yes. On top of the 20 million, you think, and like you think you got the collective, the school that's able to pay 20 million, but you still have the collective over here, where if Auburn is balling out in their collective, now you take that collective and place that on top of the 20 million the school giving. So now you got if you had 20 million in your collective, like that's why I think
you got
Auburn,
40.
Right. So I thought, that's what I'm saying, Auburn, Alabama, they might have been waiting on this to say, okay, hold off before we start making these deals with players, because if this go through, we're going to get an extra 20 million. So just hold off on our commitments.
And well, they're still saying too, you got to be careful. They're going to, schools probably be allowed to split that money with some of their other sports and other female athletes, because they don't want to get sued personally.
You got to split it.
I would sit the money. I'll split it, man, because I mean, you don't want to get sued and lose more money down the line. So you're looking at, if you're smart, you ain't got to be split down the middle either. I don't think. I don't think. But you know, if it's, you sit $8 million to the side for the ladies. If you don't have enough ladies worth getting with to, maybe you improve the facilities for the ladies, female only facilities for athletes and housing or whatever. But I wouldn't just ignore that whole thing because, you know, like I said, we don't know where this Title IX thing may go. And when they start suing folks, we don't want to be the first. You don't want to be the first one. You just, you know, but if they say it's okay to take that money and spend it on football and basketball, then you got the money, you get it. You know, but you're right, though. I just think like still is some inequities amongst the power, even amongst the Power Four. I mean, what is Kansas State supposed to be doing to keep up with everybody?
Bro, look crazy.
Is it always gonna be an uphill thing or
look crazy, bro? Because like I told you with the Kayla and DeBoer thing, yes, you can pay everybody. You know, the schools can pay everybody, and you got $20 million accessible. But just like Texas A&M and Auburn just signed their contracts with their media rights deal, man. Right. Those are over like $500 million and $200 and some million deals, you know. So that's some of that money is going to NIL too. So you gonna like, man, because people are alleging, and I don't know if it's true or not. People are alleging they was like Texas is gonna have a $40 million roster this year. So, bro, even though the school is gonna be able to pay $20 million, how is that gonna help you if Texas put it together? They pay 40 now.
It don't. It's gonna look like baseball. Whenever the last time the Yankees went back to back, that's what it's gonna look like. When the Major League was like, you know, everybody sitting there like, man, the Yankees is gonna get another series. Folks is over there in Kansas City and San Diego, like, oh, okay, man. I'm getting. They still paying us. Okay.
Yeah, then in schools, I think that's the schools are missing.
I hate the Yankees. You know, just that's all you can do is hate them because nobody was trying to spend with them.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna have a breakout. You're gonna have a shift and a breakout. I think coaching is gonna be important because you know you would hate to, like Ohio State. Okay, obviously you had the coaching, you had the players, and they won the championship, so they go. But what if you have some? It could possibly be a couple of perennial playoff teams to show up. Then the NFL be like, I'm not feeling y'all players, but y'all get there, but you're not winning, and it's like I don't know. I guess because the guy don't coach. You know, maybe he coached well enough to get him into the playoffs, but he doesn't. You know, whatever they don't bring out of high school, he ain't gonna show them nothing new. He's just buying players, and that can take you a long way now.
Yeah,
them Jimmys and Joes can run the T formation and go a long way. Absolutely. But you know, when you get to that last 8 and you start running into them G's, things change for you.
Yeah, I'm watching Georgia, man. I'm watching Georgia because, and I don't know if that was an old article I read, but Kirby Smart was like, man, he was like, these schools are hiring these general managers. I know both Auburn and Alabama have general managers to handle the salary of the players and
we got the best one in the nation.
Yeah, so. And I know Auburn said they have already been to the NFL getting ready for this settlement. He was like, they went and they'll have an NFL model and they'll spend percentages on each position group where the defensive line might get, you know, 5% of the salary. So they'll be in a percentage thing and they'll model theirs after the NFL. But Kirby Smart was like, I don't have a GM. All these schools going out getting these GMs. I want to be involved. I need to be involved. I don't need somebody to do. I don't need somebody making these team decisions for me.
I agree with Kirby. Yes, Kirby. Yeah, between that and going down. No, I agree with Kirby for his team. Between him negotiating contracts and going down to Clark County and Sheriff Department bailing his boys out, I absolutely want Kirby involved in every facet of everything to keep him off that doggone whiteboard. Yes, Kirby. Yeah,
that's why I said
I'll be watching. Kirby. Take total control. I hope Kirby actually, when they do they tour when they're doing the fundraising and collecting toys for tots for the kids, I hope y'all don't worry about it. Y'all go to the gym. I'm gonna ride around town. I'm gonna pick all this stuff up for y'all. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna do about 12 truckloads and my F-150. They gave it to me for free. I might as well use it to pick up, do something good. So I agree, Kirby. Go out there and do what you gotta do Don't worry, man. Get involved with everything.
I agree. I agree, Ty. So that's why I said I'll be. That's the reason.
And watch Georgia lose to Auburn this year.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna be watching Georgia with Kirby Smart, because that Hugh Freeze said that he had to let that go because it was affecting him. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you where he got that from. He got it from
Saban.
He got it from Saban. Saban didn't have a general manager, I don't think.
Say what now?
Saban had somebody working, talking to these kids, but he didn't have a general manager.
And he had to, and you see what Saban is. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, Hugh Freeze said the same thing. He said, man, I had to just leave it to the general manager. He was like, they asked me how bad do I want a player. I discussed that with him, but he was like, the money and stuff, I'm out, because he was like, I'm looking at the player side-eye on the field, like, you know, and it's affecting. He was like, it's affecting me, because he was like, he had to tell the players, man, I control what horses run. I don't care how much money you making. But
he said something else too. He said something else is very interesting. As far as Kirby, Kirby said that, and this is gonna hurt him, but he said he didn't see a way where a freshman could make more than a senior.
Yep.
Now that's a vague statement, and I think I know what you mean. I would have just not said it out loud.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, no freshman is gonna make more than a starter." So, bro, that is like what Dabo saying about what Dabo was on this hard line about the portal, which we knew wasn't gonna work. That's not gonna work, bro. That stuff about a freshman not gonna make more than a starter, dude. You about to lose a lot of players.
Yeah, because that Bryce Underwood deal, the Bryce Underwood thing was a sponsored purchase.
Yeah,
that lady came in there and said, "How much y'all need to get them?" Gave all her money. Went some way to Bryce Underwood. That's right. Is that the name? Bryce Underwood. And that's how they got him.
Yeah. So that's
$9.5 million came for one person.
Not gonna work, bro. So you trying to control the market value for a freshman to put a cap on, and you can for your team. You can have that imaginary line, but you're gonna have Auburn's, Alabama's, and the rest of these teams come in and be like, bro, I get it to you. He's not gonna give you what? Okay, we'll get it to you.
And here's the thing too, is like, it's the only thing that can overcompensate for that is if he has enough time to truly coach people up. But he down at Clark County bailing people out for speeding. He over here negotiating contracts. So
I love it, man.
He in the weight room telling us, give me one more, baby. Give me one more. It's like, Coach, can you? The president want to talk to you, AD. Oh, no, tell him I'm in the gym. We're doing working, sleeping 2 hours a night.
Yeah, I'm talking to the player about this deal, and you know, because coaches are saying players are coming in and asking, man, I need a raise, $2 million raise. You know what I'm saying?
Get the protein man on his phone. I want to renegotiate that deal over there too.
Yeah. So
you should be paying $2 a pound. We need to get that down $1.75 a pound. I got contracts. I got.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Ty. We agree on that.
I want him. Yes, I want Kirby involved in everything. Let me know that way for you, Kirby. You did not learn that at the capstone coaches. You not learn that.
Yeah, let me catch up the
comments.
Maybe
he did. Tell you because that's a different.
Yeah, because
that was the different paradigm. That's what we did. Yeah. Focus on have your hand in everything. Yeah, you got to become an octopus. Yeah, but you want to be an octopus with 12 legs.
No, bro, that ain't gonna work these days. I'm gonna catch up these comments tight, and then I'm gonna ask you this last question, man. I'm very interested in this. What's up, Huggy? How you doing? Huggy Beard himself, man. He said, "War Eagle." Travell said the governor of Alabama needs a pay cut.
Wow.
Everybody speaking. And Travell says the NCAA is still a nonprofit organization, which is crazy.
Visa was for a long time too, if you can believe that. Visa became a nonprofit in the last for profit in like last 10, 12 years.
He's Seahawks said it was an offer, not an order from the judge, so you know they got it. Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
I heard NIL collective still be a thing to help with all other sports outside football and men's basketball. It's still a thing, bro. In NIL, the collectives are still a thing, period. You know what I'm saying? Right. They'll be able to help in basketball too. Because see, the thing about it, man, is like if you don't, like Tyke said, the bag man lurking, bro. But let me catch it. It says, and it's gonna go up. Yeah, there's more to come. It's gonna go up.
The bag man moving more than the Go ahead. I'm sorry. Read that again. Read that again.
Hold that thought. Oh yeah. He said, and it's gonna go up. There's more to come. It's gonna go up to 30 to 35 million. The collective and boosters are still gonna add on. Yeah.
That's the question I have for you. Like, who decides that it's gonna be 20 million now?
Yeah.
And they can't get together and say, do 25, right?
Yeah, but see, and that's going to cause a rift in the future too, because other schools like the SEC, let's go to 25, and then you know what I'm saying, the Big 12 might, bro, we ain't ready to do that, bro. We struggling with the 20, so well, we going to 25. Y'all stay right there.
Gonna be like, I got it. I don't know why y'all ain't got it.
Exactly. So that's going to bring the rift.
Y'all broke. You broke. Stop. If you broke, stop coming out here. Like what you talking about? We've been in the league, but if you broke now though.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's gonna cause a rift between greed is gonna
gonna get it. Dion got it. He got it. He got that 25.
What's up, Stephen Allen? How you doing? How you doing, Stephen? Auburn needs, yeah. Auburn needs. What we talk about, Stephen? Auburn needs.
You just need.
We just need.
You just need.
Clarify your statement, Stephen.
That man said Kirby smart Bill
start joking on you. Auburn needs.
Yeah, we all Alabama needs too. We need
everything.
We need some money. Yeah, we need everything. We need another national championship this year. By the way, that'd be great.
Give a complete thought, please, because
Kirby, we'll go out. We'll go out. We get like pit bulls. We'll be like pit bulls on it. We go crazy. Kirby, smart bail bond. Get those GPAs up, kids. Get those GPAs up. Said Saban was able to do that because he had star assistants. If Georgia has what Alabama had, Kirby can do that outside stuff with no worry. I don't know. That whole negotiating deals though, King, it's a whole nother job.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like a whole nother job. It's an all day. You got people negotiating. You got folks' grandma getting treated for whatever. Got to get some extra money. You got these kids coming in. You got they already complained. They got people to apparently some schools have paid $20,000 Georgia to kids who said, "Nah, I ain't coming down there," which is hilarious because he complained about getting his money back from a 17-year-old. Good luck.
Yeah, you gotta not only negotiate contracts. You got players like Saban said at the end of the season. He had 30 players
to keep on the team.
Right, people on the team, but then you got to negotiate your prospective players that you are recruiting, and not only that, you got to negotiate your commits that are on your commit list. That's what he's
and the
talking about.
Ones that may flip.
Yeah,
you got the ones that they committed. Like Alabama's had this guy. What's his name? Came up, Booby Feaster. I think he's going to LSU, but he was on campus. So guess what? Coach can't sit around telling, "Hey, Bobby, I know what are they doing for you down there. I don't know Bobby. If you tell us, we can beat it. But if you don't have to tell us what you're gonna do, you can't be sitting around with this stuff. You gotta show them like this is the trophies, this is the weight room. Hey, we come here, crank it up, boys. Put on, do it, and then the coach is out.
Yeah,
so
and
it's like
absolutely.
Everybody else other people got to come in, give them a player. The position coach comes in. We just had a guy on campus, Malachi Lee. He's from Hawaii. Right, Coach Kapolovic. He's the offensive line coach. I always mess his name up, but I think he's been to Hawaii to see that. He's on the phone with that dude. But when he came to campus the last time, guess who was there? The Tua Tagovailoa, the Tagovailoa family was there. Like, hey man, come on in, Gabe, man, lay. I mean, it's like coaches can't be getting involved with it's other people that you can bring in to make them feel. But then you got to sit down and talk the deal. Like if I verbalize with y'all, how much are we talking about? You got
to talk to
gotta have that number set up.
Academic advisor, you finish that, then now you go over here. Some
folks want to graduate, y'all. Some folks do want to graduate.
You got different things and different people you got to talk to. The coach can't handle all that responsibility, man, and then recruit and then do all this stuff.
Shake hands, get on helicopters, go to high schools, run camps, go to golfing events, media events. SEC Media Day speech. Try to talk to Fireball without just slapping his head straight off his shoulders. That kind of stuff.
He said, "Yeah, I get all that freshman pay cap. So they have to prove themselves to earn that extra money." But this is we about to get to this right here. This is the last thing I'm actually tight.
Right.
So in all of this, what they said, the settlement of the new oversight enforcement organization. This is the enforcement organization. It's called the College Sports Commission. That's going to be your enforcing body over the NIL money. They got this thing called NIL Go. So now what they're doing is, if your deal is over $600,
this is for the players' deals.
Yes, this is every player deals. This is already enforced that it opens on the 11th, but it's retroactive. So like if you sign a deal today, it has to go through this College Sports Commission, which is NIL Go.
What exactly?
They're gonna examine every deal and make sure it's viable. Which
wait a minute, make sure it's what?
Make sure it's a viable deal.
Oh, so real, that is real.
Yeah, that is real, and then that is a viable deal.
When you say viable, meaning like, okay, so I go out, I come in as a sophomore, I played, I was 13, whatever. I was freshman, second string, whatever. So the car dealership saying, we're going to give you this Chevrolet, what else? So Trackhawk, is that what they do? Gonna get this Trackhawk, and go ahead. I don't know what, I don't know cars. Like a Charger, we're gonna give you a Charger. So gonna give you a Dodge Charger, and you're gonna come through and sign some autographs on 6, 7. So that the whole deal is worth $200,000.
Yeah, they might be like, and I'm not sure on this. We'll just stay with us on this because this is breaking. So
can they say no?
Yes, they can say no. That's the thing.
No, that ain't gonna work, dog. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. What world do they think they're living in? These people gotta let go. Let go. It's over.
Yeah.
NCAA, go somewhere and sit down. NCAA proponents, go somewhere and sit down. It's over. Get out of folks' pockets. Go get in them college presidents' pockets. Go get in the people that work. What? I mean, come on. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's going to. All you're saying is we're not the NCAA. We're NIL. Go. Man, go sit down somewhere.
Yeah, but that's what's happening now. So and Sharp them did a show on this. So y'all check that out, man. Check Sharp channel out, man. They did a show on this very same thing, man.
More lawsuits.
Yeah, but that's what people are saying is like, if you try to do that, now you're affecting their fair market value. Dude, if I want to pay a player, if me as a booster, if I want a player pay 2 players to have a pop pencil match and pay them $5 million per year to do it, I can do that if I want to do it. You can't tell me I can't. Did y'all used to pop pencil? Didn't you? Was you good at pop pencil?
Yeah. I was considered a
you was good at it.
Light heavyweight. I get to cruiserweight. I was a light heavyweight champion of popping pencils 5th and 6th grade. Okay, but if you want to, if a kid has $1,000 and he wants to invite the Tennessee women's basketball team to his prom just to hang out, they may say that don't look right. That ain't no good. And they be like, man, we're gonna help this kid out. Maybe the kid got some issues or whatever. But it's like, he's not your norm. He ain't put it this way, he's not the starter, the captain of the basketball team. He's another guy. He just got money and his parent, and he just said, I'm just offer this to see what happens. They may say that don't make sense. That's demeaning the women. You ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing to do with that. Go sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
$1,000, they're gonna take it. Starting Friday on 200. There's something called wage control. Go look it up. Not a lawyer. That's what the NCAA was violating once they deemed that these guys are employees. It was like you're controlling people's wages. You can't stop nobody from taking a job. You can't control what somebody's money is on the job if you're not the employer. Just imagine somebody come down there and be like, hey man, to the typical Auburn fan, you down there sweeping the floor at your job. And somebody come in and say, man, you $15 an hour. Man, no, man. Y'all should pay that dude $3 an hour. That wouldn't make sense. This though, I can see if they're trying to make sure that, I think it seems like it makes more sense if it's somewhere between the school and the person paying the money. Because sometimes schools try to, maybe backdoor like, hey man, can you make sure there's no, you can't even say that because who's going to be giving a kid at Alabama money other than an Alabama booster? I don't even see what this is. This is just a lawsuit waiting to happen.
It is. Because as soon as the first deal you decline, they're going to go to court, bro.
You're going to go to court. You're going to have to pay the money plus legal fees. Plus,
bro.
What's it called? Future value of money or past value of money. You got to pay me all that. Interest I lost. I was about to open a chicken spot. I would have sold about $100 a day right now. You open for the chicken. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say chicken. Goat meat sandwich. What you call that thing you be shaving out there?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. What's up, Sharpshooter?
But that's a lamb though, I think. But okay, yeah. What's up, Sharp? I will. We gonna have to come back next week, man. I really do, cause man, we're gonna have to get Sharp on the show because I want to hear his opinion. You know, just him to kind of talk about this too, man. But I'm tight. What can they find you? But I think that's all need to happen. What a college sports commission that ain't gonna work. But go ahead.
It seems like the NCAA just changed their name.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. Oh, Tight Sports, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky. I ain't been out there in a minute, and I just try to stay away from X right now because I'm not sleeping well since the last time I was out there. But hit me up. Join me Monday 7:30 around the herd. We'll talk about Alabama stuff.
That's right.
Exclusively tell you about the great players we got coming in and all the people crystal balling to the Crimson Tide.
I heard it's a mega cast. I heard it's an Alabama mega cast.
I need some thunder and lightning to come down.
Yeah. For sure. Hey, man, if you like some other Alabama talk, man, you know what I'm saying? My man Sharpshooters podcast. Tell your grandma, grandpa, your cows, dogs, mules, everybody you know who like Alabama, man. The
little babies that want to be associated with winners.
Everybody, man, tell them about Tight Sports, man. They do Alabama. Tell them about Sharpshooters podcast. They do Alabama, man, and culture, much more, man. If you want to know about NBA, NFL, man, check my boys out. 46A in the house, man. Also check out Nick them at Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. They do Auburn talk and SEC talk, man. Bubba and the old man. We got the King commentary coming up, man. I'm excited about the King commentary.
It's SEC season with my man Ted.
SEC season, that's right, man. So you know what I'm saying?
I am a group of Auburn Americans.
Absolutely, man. Up Tempo podcast also, man. Check them out, man. And the Golden Broom. Yeah, Golden Broom. So yeah, all those, man. Y'all check out those podcasts, man. And we will see y'all next week at 6 p.m. Eastern time, man, for Iron Bowl debate, man. We've been getting along pretty good, man. This was getting along good,
yeah. Season about to start. You could be crying again.
Say that ain't gonna last long.
We crying again real soon.
All right. We'll see y'all.
How we lose to North Dakota?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Roll Tide.
All right, man.